Let us
Yeah,
now let
yeah.
us look at. There are two things. First is the molecular orbital diagram that we will call as MOD, molecular orbital diagram, and if I say contour and energies, contour, if you will be able to, and shape. Let me call it shape of MOs. What is the diagram and the shape of different MOs? So the first one that we saw was I should take the boxes now. One box, two box. These two will combine and make two molecular orbitals. These will make two molecular orbitals. Now what I can do, I can join them to show that these have been made by these two. This have been made by this two, and this one is made by this one. Now I have drawn the above one a bit. It should be a bit lower. Okay, it should be a bit lower. The magnitude by which this is called what? What is this called? MO. Which MO? Yes, anti-bonding molecular orbital, and this one is bonding molecular orbital. Okay,
Yeah.
so I have here drawn. I have drawn here for this is 1s. This is also 1s. Okay. Now let us look at the picture. ABMO. What we said was linear combination, na? So we'll make a 1s orbital and we will subtract another 1s orbital. Okay. This is 1s. This is 1s. Now this is the nucleus here. Okay, this is the nucleus. Now this will result in some this type of structure. Now when these two will be subtracted, what is happening? Destructive interference. So in between, the electron density will go away. So it will be something like kidney beans. This is the nucleus. This is the nucleus. And in between, there is no electron density. In between, there is no electron density. Now the other case, this is for what? This is ABMO. This is a anti-bonding molecular orbital. Okay. Now the next one that I'm going to show you, is for same 1s, but we will add these two 1s. Linear combination. In this, we are doing addition because we don't know now. See why we are doing plus and minus both is because we don't know the phase. We don't know in which phase these 1s and these two 1s are combining with each other. Maybe one we are taking 100. If we take 1 mole of hydrogen, then we have 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 atoms, na? 23 atoms. So I don't know which atoms is mixing in which state. So we take the both of the scenario, plus and minus, both of them, and then we draw it. Okay, so 1s and 1s, then what will happen? These are constructive. So if they are constructive, what will happen? The the electron density, I should use this elliptical one. Now what we have, this is the nucleus. This is the nucleus. And now you can see what happened. There is more electron density in the nucleus. Now, if you want to look what is happening right now, I am going to draw 1s orbital. Okay, 1s orbital. This is 1s.
Yes.
Okay. Now we will we will try to make a graph for it. Okay, a wave for it. We'll try to make a wave for it. Let us see if we can
Okay.
come up with a wave. Okay, what I'm drawing here is let us take these two. Yes. Okay. So this is our nucleus. This is our nucleus, and I have drawn the nucleus here. Let me get a bit creative. This is the nucleus, and this is our nucleus here. Okay. So what do you think, Mariam? If we move from nucleus to the this particular border, then what will happen? The probability, the electron density, if we go like this, then here is the electron density here is very low, correct? Now, if you remember even that, then
Yes.
I should show you this thing, that this is what? It is electron density, correct? If we are going away, then what is happening? The density is getting lighter
Decreases.
and lighter, lighter and lighter. Lighter, it is
Yes.
getting narrow, no? It is dense
Yeah.
in the middle. It is dense in the middle. Okay. So if you want to draw, this is our, I can say, if we are
Graph.
moving this way, then from here we are moving this way. Okay. And if we are
Mm.
moving in this direction, then we are moving in this direction. Okay. Now this
Okay.
y-axis here, this y-axis here, this y-axis, x is our, I can say x is equal to r, correct? The radius, I can say,
Yeah.
if we are how much we are moving. Okay, fine. Now y is equal to probability density. Probability density. Okay, fine. So if I now start moving away from nucleus, see from nucleus at exactly at nucleus, it will be zero because in nucleus there is only proton, no electrons, correct? So you'll start a bit from here, just a bit away from nucleus, and it will be high or low, just after nucleus in this position. What do you think? Where will
It
be
will go
high? Here
down.
it will, yes, it will go down like this, na?
Yes.
Okay, great. Now this is going same here, same here.
Yes.
Now we have made a wave for it, just a small bit of wave for 1s orbital. Now you tell me, this is our origin,
Yes.
correct? This
Correct.
y-axis is positive,
Yeah.
so I can write both of them in plus phase, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Now what we have to do, we have to just make, this is 1s orbital, this is for this particular one, this one, this is for this one. Okay,
Okay.
what we have made for this one. Now we are going to make for another one. Now we need another. It will be similar only. Okay. Need to change some colors. Black, black x-axis, black y-axis. Then again, if we are taking it in same phase, for example, we are doing constructive one. We are doing constructive one. So what will happen? This will be also in the plus phase. If we add these two, now we are adding these two. Now you tell me one thing. This is what? This is our, in terms of atom, it is nucleus. The nucleus is here, and this
Yes.
particular nucleus is here. Just keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind. Others, Abir Ahmed, I hope you are understanding.
No, sir.
No, who is not understanding?
Me, Ahmad.
Ahmed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, fine. Let me start from here. Uh, I drew a 1s orbital. I guess you understood that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Then what did I do? I said that I am going to try to make a graph for it. I'm going to make a plot for it, a wave for it. Okay. For that, what I did, I took an x-axis, and at the origin, I assumed, and by convention, I assumed, let us take this origin as the center, that is the nucleus. Now you tell me, the concept, I guess, that you are having trouble with, this is 1s now. Then if I say, wait a second, the electron density, it is maximum in the, it gets slowly lighter. Okay, it is maximum near the nucleus, and as soon as we go away from the nucleus, the
It
probability
will
of
get
finding an
lighter.
electron, it gets lighter. Correct. When it gets lighter, what does it mean? It means that the probability of finding an electron decreases.
Yes,
Correct.
sir.
Okay. So if I take this green point, then I have to plot it somewhere high because it is near the nucleus. Hence, the probability of finding it will be high because we have taken the y-axis as what?
Probability
Exactly.
density.
Yes, probability density of what? Finding an electron. Probability of finding an electron. Okay. So now you can understand now, if I'm taking this green point here, then I have to plot it somewhat above. Okay. Now let us have, we have to make another graph in which we will add these two, in which we will add these two. These are constructive. These are constructive, na? You have an idea about constructive and destructive? No.
Yes, sir.
I have to. You have an
No,
idea,
sir.
na? What will happen? These two will add with each other. Then okay, fine. I have to. This is one of the nucleus here. Okay, and then one more I have to make here. Okay, so now let us make it. Let us complete this one. These two will add, so I can make it like this. Positive, positive, and these two have not matched. So these two will be the same. This will be positive, and this will be positive. So as you can see, what has happened from here, even though the probability density, which is this is psi, this y is psi. When we psi square it, we get the probability density, and this is a plot for psi. If we square it, this will become more. But even from this graph, we can tell that the electron between the nucleus have increased. Correct? The electron density, see, from the nucleus to here, there was no electron density after this. But from this nucleus, if we even go till here, we have the electron density. Can you see in this case, before the mixing, before the combination of atomic orbitals, the electron density between the nucleus, see, these two are nucleus, there is no electron density. As soon as they combine, the electron density between the nucleus, it has increased.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now if the electron density between the nucleus has increased, that means, first of all, initially, these electron, the electron of this 1s, had only one nucleus to attract. Now they have two nucleus to attract. Hence, we can say that attraction has
Increased.
increased. Now, if attraction increases, then what is the what is the result? Does it become stable or unstable?
Unstable.
Unstable.
I will first
It
principle,
becomes
please.
stable.
Only two options are there. Now go to the first principle page. Attraction, bro. Please, guys. Attraction, it always leads to stability. Attraction leads to stability.
Yes, sir.
Please just paste this somewhere in your mind. Attraction leads to
Yes, sir.
stability.
Stability.
And repulsion leads to instability.
Unstability.
Okay.
Instability.
Very
Yes,
good.
sir.
So if attraction has increased, that means it has become stable. And whenever it is stable, now tell me, is it exothermic or endothermic?
Endothermic.
Very good. Just drop your pen from the table. Dropped.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm not
Now what?
holding any
Tell me
pen.
about that experiment. When was the pen stable? When it was in the air or when it is in the table?
On the
Table.
table.
Table. Now you tell me, has the energy decreased or increased for the pen when it was in the air and now when it is in the table? When is the energy higher?
When it was in air.
It was in the air, then the energy was high.
Yeah, potential
Initial
energy was.
stage. Yes, now this is final. Now initial minus final, this is positive. Correct? Because initially what we had, potential energy. Now you tell me, as we go from unstable to stable, this is what? Unstable, this is stable. We grow from unstable to stable. What happened? Energy released?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So endothermic या exothermic?
Energy is released. So exothermic.
Exothermic.
Yes, very good. Okay, so whenever there is attraction, see the first principle, please remember those are just 5 points. Okay, these will help you in concluding many things. Attraction increased, it became stable, and as soon as it became stable, energy released.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now you can say now bonding molecular orbital has lower energy than the atomic orbitals. 1s, this will be 1s. and the other 1s will be having opposite phase now. So I have to draw it like this. This is here. Mhm. Now some bit of color. This is the same. This is positive. This is positive. This is also telling us increasing the probability density, but in opposite phase. Now, if we add these two, the destructive phases, if we add these two, then what we will get is okay, black color. Now we have to draw the nucleuses. Something like this. Okay. Okay. Now you can see now you can see this is just, this tells us nothing. We have to square it. Okay. When we square it, we will get the, if you remember the quantum mechanical model, I have told this psi tells you nothing, but psi square tells you the probability density. Okay, so now this is plotting for psi, we will square it. We'll get psi square. Now, as soon as we square it, what we will get is a, see, if we square a negative, negative becomes positive, correct?
Yes, sir.
And
So
this,
it will
if we
turn
square
upwards.
it will turn upwards. Very good. So it will turn upwards and the magnitude will increase a bit, but it will not increase that much. Okay, so now you can see now. See, this is very low compared to this one. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Now,
Sir.
now what are the conclusions here? The conclusion here is, the first thing is no electron between nucleus. Now, what does that mean? It means that repulsion. Now, if there is no electron between the nucleus, that means this nucleus will be facing the positive charge of this nucleus, and they will be repelling each other. Repulsion between nucleus increases. If nuclear repulsion increases, it become unstable. Unstable, that means endo. That means energy gained. That means energy gained, and that is why this is called anti-bonding molecular orbital. And this is called what? This is bonding molecular orbital. See, bonding molecular orbital, energy released. That is why downwards. Anti-bonding molecular orbital, energy gained. That is why upwards. The only thing that I needed to make you understand was why the bonding molecular orbital is lower in energy and why the anti-bonding molecular is uh, higher in energy. For 1s, we have seen the similar things will happen with the P1 also. You have to just see only two things, that is SS, PP, PP sigma, and PP pi. So we have seen SS, and this will be leading to formation of sigma bonds. Okay, this is called, wait a second, also add one more thing. This is called sigma. This is called sigma 1s because it is a sigma bond formed by 1s orbitals. This is called sigma star. Star represent anti-bonding. And this is a sigma star formed by 1s orbital. So sigma star 1s. Okay. Now, can you see, just leave a page. Okay. You have to do up till here only. The next one that I am giving, you have to make these two. You will make for, in the next page, you will make, leave a page for 2s, 2s, LCAO. Okay. We did what? This was 1s, 1s, linear combination of atomic orbitals. Linear combination of atomic orbital. You will do for 2s 2s. It will just be the same. All these the shape of MOs will be also same. It will just be a bit bigger. Just be a bit bigger. Okay. So I am leaving that for you. Please leave half of page, and I will let you know about 2p 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 2p. Here it is. 2pz 2pz when what is INA? What is INA? Are there?
Internuclear axis.
Yes, internuclear axis.
Axis.
So now if 2pz 2pz are in internuclear axis, they will be making what bond? Sigma bond, correct? Because sigma bond is formed when we have head-to-head overlap, na? Even from the
Yes.
VBT, even from the VBT. That is a VBT concept, but still it is, you can say that from your previous knowledge, it is sigma. We will look at how it is sigma and what is the definition of sigma in molecular orbital theory also. Definition is a bit different, but it doesn't change anything from what we know. Okay, so I should name this 2p. So as 2p, this is BMO. This will be what? Sigma of 2p. This will be sigma star of 2p, and we will call this ABMO. Now let us look at how does this look. First of all, for ABMO, this is 2pz plus minus. Now what I have to write here? You can write anything. Even you can write plus minus here, but you subtract it here. As soon as you subtract it, the phases of this 2pz will change. Okay, don't worry here. Don't have to worry because we are taking all the possibilities. We are taking all the possibilities, that is constructive and destructive. Now this is what destructive because we are subtracting. So what will happen? This front lobes, the front lobes which are going to destruct themselves, what will happen? They will become shorter, and this will become shorter, and we will have something like this. And as you can see, there is no electron in between here. There is no electron in between here. Now we are going to make 2pz for bonding BMO. I will add these two. Positive, positive, negative, negative. Now what will happen? Now electron density will increase this in between the nucleus. So the nucleus, this is the nucleus. Okay. So these two lobes which are interacting, they will interact in a constructive phase and they will increase the electron density like this. Okay. So what is here is the nucleus. Here it is the nucleus, and we have here more and more electron density between these two nucleuses. Okay. You have to write here one thing. That is the sigma bond. In MOT, sigma molecular orbitals. Sigma molecular orbitals are symmetrical around, not about around. Symmetrical around the INA. Symmetrical around the INA. We have taken this as our INA. Correct? Now you can see above and below the INA, there is positive phase. You know symmetry. What is symmetry?
Yes,
Yes or
sir.
no?
Dividing equally by 2
Dividing
or
equally by
more than
2.
2. More than 2
Okay,
also
no, I
possible.
mean, that is not a very good definition. Let me tell you what is symmetry. Uh, if you have any object, you have to first of all find the center of that object. Okay. For example, let me take a square. Let me take a, this is kind of a square. This is kind of a square. Yes. Now let me take this square and move here, this point. Correct. This is the center. Now, if I move this way, what I'm getting? If I move this way, then I'm going to get a edge. If I move just the opposite way, I'm again going to get a edge. If I move in this particular way, I'm going to get a corner. And if I move just backwards in that direction, I will get a corner. Okay. So in any direction, if I move, I will get the same thing. If I move just the opposite direction of the first direction. If we find this thing in any object,
The
then we
same
say it is
edge.
symmetric. Then we say it is
Yes.
symmetric. Now, if I say this is our BMO, it is our sigma BMO. If I am going this way, I'm finding positive phase. This way, positive phase. As soon as I reach here, I find a nucleus. As soon as I reach here, I again find a nucleus. Now, if I go further ahead, and reach this point from here to here, I will find a negative phase. I will move the same amount of direction in the opposite direction. We will get again a negative phase. Hence, we can say that this is symmetric. This is symmetric. So in MOT, sigma molecular orbitals are symmetrical around the internuclear axis. The next point will be pi. Again, in MOT, pi molecular orbitals are not symmetrical around the INA. Now we will look at how. So if you take 2px2 or 2py in, if now you tell me, if I take this as the z-axis, I'm making both of them in one only, okay? Or should I make, just wait a second. If I should make it in this way, no, let me just, okay, fine. First of all, what I am doing is I am showing you both the orbitals, the shape of it. Then we will decide which is bonding, which is anti-bonding. Now let us take this as, this is internuclear axis. Okay, so what is this axis? Z axis. What is this axis? Say something.
Z
Z
axis.
I've taken this positive, I'm taking this negative. Now I have made 2px or 2py. Both of them, 2px and 2py, can be represented by this diagram. Both can be represented because x, y, and z, these are mutually perpendicular.
Perpendicular.
Right? So both
Yes,
of
sir.
them can be represented. If this is the z-axis, I have taken just a 90-degree one. Okay, fine, very good. You understood that. Now I am taking another one, and I am going to make this positive, negative, but we will subtract these two. We will subtract these two. Now let us look what happens afterwards. Now what happens afterward is, this is the internuclear z-axis, and I will get a loop here. See, some of them will be subtracted. I've just exaggerated this. This will be not this much, but and okay. So after the subtraction, what will happen? After the subtraction, what will happen? This will become, this will be positive, negative. Now this minus plus, minus, this minus minus, plus,
Plus.
this minus minus, plus. Now if we go to the next one, now I just have to make the loops, add them. Okay, blender, negative, positive, negative, what will happen? Constructive phase. So we will get like this. Okay, this type of vital. This is our nucleus. I mean, it will be more. Wait a second. Let me just make it a bit more appealing to you. And the next one will be just like this only. Okay, I have to make the nucleus here, nucleus here. Cool. It's fine. This will be pi 2p star x or pi 2py star. This will be our pi 2px or pi 2py. This plus minus minus. Now, Abir, this is the center. Let
Yes,
me
sir.
show you the center by red. This is the center. Now I'm going upward. This is what? Positive phase.
Yes, sir.
If I move the same amount in opposite direction, what I get? Negative phase.
Yes, sir.
So I am getting two different things. That means this is unsymmetrical. Correct?
How, sir? It will be symmetrical.
It will be symmetrical.
So if you move from upwards like perpendicular to that, then it will be symmetrical, right?
Okay, let us
Be divided.
Okay, fine. Okay, now tell me. Wait a second. Let me just tell me to move up or down. Okay, I'm in the center now. Wait a second. Let me change the color. Yes.
Up.
Up. Okay, fine. I
Yes.
moved up till here.
More up.
More up till here.
Yeah. And now down.
Okay. Now I have to start again from center of
Yes,
the
sir.
object.
Yes.
Yes.
sir.
Now I'm moving down. So
And what
So-
if you ask that the edges are positive and negative?
edges.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Now you tell me, what do you think of this shape? What do you think about it? I have told you many times. This thing I have told you at least once. I remember. What is this? Tell us now. Do you think it is some kind of a dumbbell? The P shape is your weight dumbbell that you get in gym. It is exactly like that. No, na. This is probability density, na.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now the what is the important point? This is a wave also. This is a wave, na?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what is the only thing in wave that you can determine? That is the phase, correct? If you move up or down, by moving up and down, you can determine the phase. Now, why? If we go up, this is positive phase. If we go down, this is negative phase.
A
So the
negative.
movement determines the phase, correct? So what do you think now? Symmetric, unsymmetric?
It is still symmetric. Like
It is
I
still
said it
symmetric.
from before. This
Okay.
perpendicular line is symmetric, right?
Right side and left
No,
side.
it is not symmetric. Array, you have not to tell about, you don't have to tell about the lines. You have to tell about the orbital. Is it symmetric or unsymmetric? This orbital, this molecular orbital, it is symmetric.
Unsymmetric. Unsymmetric.
Unsymmetric. Okay, fine. Good. Thank you. Unsymmetric. Now tell me about this. Symmetric or unsymmetric?
Unsymmetric.
Symmetric.
Array, move now. You will move, then you will get the same things.
Yes, sir. It
Correct.
is symmetric.
This is symmetric. Now, if I move to the previous one, tell me about this one. Is so symmetric.
Yes, sir.
Correct. Symmetric. Okay, here this will be not positive. This will be negative. Wait a second. Positive, negative. And this will be positive. This will be negative. Yes. Now you tell me. What about this one? This is symmetric, unsymmetric. Okay, now tell me here. Now what I have, this is positive, positive now. So let me draw. Okay, fine. This is positive, positive. Now what will happen? This will be the positive. This will become negative. And this is positive. This is also positive. This will become positive. So this is
Symmetrical.
symmetric. This is
Unsymmetric.
unsymmetric. Okay. Okay. Now the next thing that we have to do, start making the molecular orbital energy diagram. The molecular orbital energy diagram. We will start with hydrogen. Hydrogen as a molecule H2. Hydrogen as a molecule H2. Okay, fine. Let us go slow. We have what? Hydrogen. The electronic configuration is 1s1. For another hydrogen, the electronic configuration will also be the same. So we have only one electron here, and this is another hydrogen atom. This is H. This is H. These all are AOs. This is also AO. We have one electron here. We have one electron here. Now these two will be mixing. These two will be mixing and forming a. Now this will be what? Sigma 1s. And they will form another orbital, which will be sigma star 1s. Okay. Now you tell me how many electrons are there? Total electrons?
Electron.
Two atoms. Each atom has its own atomic orbital, and on each atomic orbital there are 2 electrons. Okay. So now tell me, the electron, now they will, from atomic orbital, they will go to molecular orbital, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if they will go from atomic orbital to molecular orbital, then they have two options, sigma star 1s and sigma 1s. Where will they like to go, in sigma s or sigma star 1s?
Sigma
In
1.
sigma or sigma star? Huh? Sigma?
Sigma 1s.
Sigma 1s. Why? Because it is lower in energy. No difficulty. So we will write H2. For H, how did we write 1s1? So for H2, what we can write? For H2, we can write sigma 1s. And how many electrons are here?
2.
2. Okay. You can either write it like this, or you can also write sigma 1s 2. Okay.
Okay.
Any problem till here? No problem. Then I can tell you one more thing, which is bond order. Which is what? Bond order. Bond order. What is bond order? It is equal to BO. BO is equal to number of electron in BMO minus number of electron in ABMO whole divided by 2. Now bond order for H2, it will be equal to number of electron in BMO. How many electrons are there in bonding molecular orbital?
4.
2. 4. There is only 2 now. How 4? Who said 4?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Got it? These
Yes,
are
sir.
atomic orbitals. As soon as you have the molecular orbitals, just forget these are MOs. Okay, these are MOs. As soon as you have MOs, just forget the AOs. 2 in bonding molecular orbital minus how many in anti-bonding? How many electrons are here?
0
0
divided by 2.
divided by 2. This will be equal to, yes,
Oh, 1.
this will be equal to 1. Okay. Now what does that represent? Integral. Okay, not integral. Integral, but why I should have an integral value? That means integer type value. Integral value of 1, 2, 3, etc. corresponds to single double, and triple bond in classical concept. In classical concept. The thing is, higher the bond order, higher the stability. Because why? The bond order is saying, bond order is telling how many electrons are present, where? In the bonding molecular orbital. And we have seen now this picture, you should always be remembering this picture. This is BMO. If we have more and more electrons here in the BMO, then attraction will increase and the molecule will be becoming stable. Hence, higher the bond order, higher the stability. Higher the bond order, higher the stability. Okay. Now the next thing that you have to tell me is there are two types of, there is magnetic character, na? Paramagnetic and paramagnetic. What is paramagnetic? Please, somebody. One or more unpaired electrons will give us paramagnetic. Diamagnetic, no unpaired electrons. So the next thing that we can tell, in this H2 molecules, how many unpaired electrons are there? Tell me. In H2 molecule.
No. Unpaired.
Diamagnetic.
Diamagnetic. Hence, it will be diamagnetic. Diamagnetic. He2. Okay, we will see. Now tell me the electronic configuration. What is the electronic configuration?
1s2.
Okay, great. Now this is He. He is AO. These are AO. They will have one more He. This will be the atomic orbital of He. 1s. How many electrons in this?
2. You mean
Here?
yeah, 2.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, now tell me. Oh, wait a second. Let me make this a bit. It's got messy. Okay, now how many total electrons?
4.
4 electrons.
Start from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now this is what? Sigma 1s. This is what sigma star
Sigma 1s.
Yes. Now the configuration for He2 will be what? Tell me. Sigma
1s2.
1s 2, then sigma star 1s.
Star 1s2.
Correct? Any difficulty? Anyone? No difficulty?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. Now we will find the what? We will find the
Bond order.
bond order. Bond order is equal to NB minus Na. What is B? Bonding molecular orbital. Na is what? Anti-bonding molecular orbital divided by 2. Number of electrons in bonding molecular orbital, number of electrons in anti-bonding molecular orbital. Now tell me number of electrons in bonding molecular orbital. How many are there?
2.
Bir Ahmed somebody. 2. Number
Yes,
in
sir. 2
anti-bonding
minus 2
molecular
by
orbital.
0. It will be
2
0.
minus 2 by 0. Yeah, it will be 0. Okay, now you will tell me. So if it is 0, that means there is no bond present between He2.
Yes, sir.
Correct?
No, there is.
Hence we can conclude as the bond order is equal to 0. No bond is present between the two He atoms. Hence, if there is no bond, that means this molecule only doesn't exist. The only reason for the existence of any molecule is the bonds between atoms. The bond is not present, the molecule is also non-existent. Hence, we can say, hence, He2 does not exist. He2 does not exist. Okay.
Exists. Yes, sir.
Now, if I will say He2, it will be diamagnetic or paramagnetic?
Diamagnetic.
Diamagnetic, but we will write theoretically. Why theoretically? Because does He2 is existence? It does not exist
Yeah.
now. Hence, we say diamagnetic according to MOT and all theoretically, but it doesn't exist in real world. In real world, Li2, this will be Li is equal to 1s2,
2s1.
2s1. Let us do this one first. Yes. First of all, tell me 1s and 2s, which will be higher in energy?
1.
1s will be higher in energy.
2s.
N plus L rule. N plus L rule. Don't remember N plus L rule? Not yet. Okay, fine. I'm just
It is
saying now.
not a nucleus.
You figure it out why 1s will be lower in energy. I will not tell you now. Okay. Just figure out why 1s will be lower in energy. This is for Li. This is also Li. This is, sorry. This is 1s. This is also 1s. How many electrons? 2 electrons in both of them. 2 electrons here, 2 electrons here. Let us make for this one first. Now this will be sigma 1s. This will be sigma star 1s. Next we will have 2s, 2s. This will be what? Sigma 2s. This will be what? Sigma star
Sigma star 2s.
s. Okay, now this will be, here will be 1 electron, here it will be 1 electron. Okay, now we don't start filling, just we first make the orbital diagram. We first place the energy orbitals in their sequence, then we start filling. Now tell me how many total electrons for Li2? 6, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now start filling. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay,
Yeah.
now you tell me bond order is equal to how much? No, how many bonding orbitals? See, 1 2, number of
Bonding orbital is
number of electrons in
And
4.
B 4 minus 2 divided
2.
by 2.
No?
That will be 1.
Yes, this will be how much?
1.
1.
This will be 1. So yes, we will say Li2 exists. The next point, paramagnetic or diamagnetic? Diamagnetic. Okay. See, we didn't do one thing. We didn't write the Li2's Li2. We will write it sigma 1s, then sigma 1s2, sigma star 1s2. Then we will write sigma
Sigma
2s2,
2s2.
sigma
Sigma
star
star 2s.
2s2. Correct?
So why sigma star 2s2?
I'm asking, that is why I asked correct or not. No, this will be 0. This will be not present. Okay, up till here.
Okay, sir.
Now for BE2 also, did you write the electronic configuration for BE? Only
Yes, sir.
BE.
Yes, sir.
Then you made this diagram.
Yes, sir. I made the diagram.
Okay, then here 2s2, you will be having one more electron here, like this,
One more.
correct?
And yes.
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 Now, how many total electrons?
8.
How many total electrons? Yes, 8. So we'll start filling, correct? If you start filling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you have to fill here 7,
8.
8, correct?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Now what we have to do? Now we have to find the bond order. Now you tell me how much did you are you done with this much? Have you done this or you have not done this one also?
I did this one, the diagram.
I did this one. Now you tell me number of. Now you see the bonding. This one is bonding. How many
Yes.
electrons?
2.
2.
4.
Here also
Total
2.
4. Yeah, total 4.
4. And anti-bonding. In anti-bonding, how many electrons?
4.
So what will be the answer? Bond order.
0.
Okay. Then what I will say? Then what I will say? Does
It
BE2
does not.
exist?
No, sir. It does not exist.
Does not exist. BE2. And it will be also diamagnetic hypothetically or theoretically. Okay. Now here for BE2, this will be also sigma 2s star 2. But now Mariam will tell us that there is a thing which is going to happen in which we have molecular orbital electronic configuration. We have like this sigma 1s 2. Then we will, if we don't write the electrons, then we can say sigma 1s has the lowest energy. Then we have sigma star 1s. Then we have sigma 2s. Then we have sigma star 2s and so on. Correct, Mariam? Now you tell me what will come after sigma star 2s.
Sigma 2p.
No, Mariam. Sorry, what?
Sigma 2p. Oh wait, there can be pi bonds also.
Okay, so how now there is a problem, na?
Yeah.
Now comes a problem. Now we will see why does that problem comes and what is the reason. Acha, first of all, where you taught the reason?
No.
Maria? No. Just go to NCERT. The reason I teach this is go to NCERT page number 127.
Okay.
Page 127. Okay. In that you will find there is this type of diagram. Here it is written like this with 2s 2p mixing without 2s 2p mixing. Okay. So what is this particular thing? Hana? If somebody doesn't teach you, na, if your class teachers don't teach this, tell this SP mixing is in NCERT. It is not outside NCERT. Okay. And this is the reason SP mixing. Now we will look at SP mixing. What is SP mixing? We will look from 2s and 2p. We will ignore the 1s1. Okay. Because what happens in 1s, as you can see here, what happens 1s has very little contribution in bonding, because as soon as we move from the second, that is helium, we are already filling the whole 1s, sigma 1s and sigma star 1s. So it is not reasonable to write this inner shell electron. We will just deal with the valence shell electrons here. From now on, valence shell electrons. So for valence shell electrons, I should write here. If I write 2s, Let me make 2s. I made 2s. Okay, fine. I made this 2s. Let me just, I can take this thing and get it a bit below, then also it will work. This is 2s. This is 2s. This is sigma 2s. This is sigma star 2s. Now, from our previous knowledge about the shape, we know what? We know that our sigma star 2s, how does it look? It looks like something like this, na? The positive is in like a bean, and this is the nucleus here,
Yes, sir.
and there's some another bean. This is negative. This is negative. Okay, now what we have? I have p orbitals. How many p orbitals? There are 3 p orbitals. Okay, let me just shorten this down. Shorten this also down. Okay, fine. Now the internuclear axis is what? The internuclear axis is the Z1. Internuclear axis is Z1. So there will be one, this will be Px, let us say Px, Py, Pz, starting from here Px, Py, and Pz. So I can say this Pz will make, okay, a bit smaller. This will make what? Sigma. This will make what? Sigma, na?
Yes.
Hey, yes or no? Sigma 2pz. Similarly,
Sigma star 2pz.
sigma star 2pz. Now we have known that sigma bonding will be better bonding, and hence now this px or py, whatever you take, px or py, they will be forming 5 bonds, and they will be equal in energy. Why? See, in comparison to 2pz, px and py, they are same. Pz doesn't know, na? Both are mutually perpendicular, and we know which will be having greater bonding. To sigma will be having a greater bonding. Sigma will be having, this is sigma, let me just write it here. Sigma 2pz. Now let us look at the shape of sigma 2pz. Right, this is the shape, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now what happens here is, yes, what happens here is, we have this sigma 2s. Okay. We have, wait a second, this is the sigma 2s, wait a second, not sigma star 2s, sigma 2s. How will be sigma 2s? Sigma 2s will be like this, positive. This is sigma 2s. This is what? Positive. Now this is what? Sigma 2pz.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
Now what happens with those elements whose z effective is not very high? Z effective is not very high. For example, if we move along the period, z effective increases. Fluorine has the highest z effective in the second period, correct? Because as we move along the period, the nuclear charges increases, more and more proton, but we are in the same shell, we are in the same distance, electron to nucleus distance is the same, but the charges are increasing, hence that is more z effective, hence there is more effective nuclear charge. So if the z effective is high, that means this 2s. Now I'm going to tell you one more thing, and you will tell me. Let us start with boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine. This is the energy diagram. This is the energy diagram. Okay. If I write 2s of boron here, this is 2s. Now the carbon will be below boron or above boron. What do you think?
Above boron. No, below
Okay.
boron. No, above,
Above.
above. Yes, above.
Okay. How above
Because
and how below?
carbon has more Z effective than boron.
So
So we start
uh,
from lower to we go from up to down, down to up. Like first we will write the lowest energy and then
okay,
we'll
no,
move
we
to
will
the
just
higher.
stick to your statement. Wait a second. Ahmed, wait a second. We will just stick to your statement. The Z effective is higher in carbon, correct? Than boron.
Yes,
Okay. Now you will tell me. I can see if the Z effective is high, then the 2s orbital of carbon will be closer to the nucleus
yes,
because it is attracted more. Yes, if it is
yes, sir.
closer to the nucleus, that means it has more. It is attracted by the nucleus in more magnitude.
Yes, sir.
If it is attracted in a more magnitude, it will be more stable.
Yes, sir.
If it will be more stable, then it will be having less energy.
Yes, sir.
Okay, got it?
Yes, sir.
Fine. So now I can say 2s. If 2s is here, then 2p for carbon will be a bit lower. Sorry, 2s for carbon will be a bit lower. For nitrogen, a little bit more. And for nitrogen, a bit more, 2s. For oxygen, what happens? For oxygen, what happens? That the electronegativity is so high for oxygen that this 2 electron is so near to the nucleus that the energy shifts very rapidly. Energy shifts very rapidly. It is this much, 2s. Now what happens with P here? The P is here. Similar case for P, it will be a bit lower. Now P as P is diffused, it doesn't experience the same kind of attraction as S does. So it will be lower in greater magnitude also, but not very much near to the 2s1. Same for fluorine. Same for fluorine, for 2s will be this much low, and there will be our 2p for fluorine, 2p for our good old fluorine. Now, are you comfortable with this diagram? Each and every one of you?
Sir, I'm seeing it for the first time, so I'm just guessing like it is how it is done.
Okay, but you know na, this 2s is getting down.
Yes, sir.
Why it is getting down? Because Z effective is increasing. 2p is getting down because why? Z effective is increasing. You don't have to think so much. Okay, just see attraction increases. That is why energy release. So it is just we have
Yes,
made
sir.
boxes. So you, oh my God, what is happening here now? It is not that. It is very basic first principles. Those 5 principles, na, just keep that in mind. Okay, now you tell me the energies of 2s and 2p. 2p till what? Till nitrogen. Till nitrogen are comparable. Am I right? They are comparable.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Correct. Now for oxygen, what happens? The energy difference is very large now. Energy difference is very large by the virtue of their higher electronegativity. Now see the 2s and 2p, they have comparable energy. Energies are comparable. And see the molecular orbital that we form, it has similar symmetry. MO formed by, this is formed by what? 2s. This is formed by what? 2p. 2pz has similar symmetry. You see, both are of them are in same phase. Now, if you see, now if there is a chance of if there is a chance for constructive interference, all orbital will interference with each other, because we have seen earlier what we have seen earlier. Because in each constructive interference, what happens? We form a bonding molecular orbital. The electron goes first into the bonding molecular orbital. That means we are increasing the stability of a molecular orbital. Hence, whenever there is a chance for interference, and that to constructive interference where the symmetry is matched and it has comparable energy, what will happen? Mixing will take place, combination will take place. Okay,
Yes, sir.
two things. Energy of 2s and 2p are comparable. That means the orbital that they will be forming will be similar in energy. Hence, now we have to see the symmetry. If the symmetries match, then what do we say? Okay, fine, great. Now they will mix with each other to make new set of molecular orbitals. Now, how will these look? Let us see. Just using another slide, and I can say we have higher energy of what? We have two orbitals now. This is mixing of sigma 2pz, mixing of sigma 2pz and sigma 2s. Which has higher energy? Sigma 2pz has high energy. Sigma 2pz has high energy. Then we have what? Sigma 2s. Then I will put it a bit low. This will be a bit low. Now you understand. I taught you in the previous class partial. What did I teach you? Partial combination. Now this is one case of partial combination. Okay. Now you tell me. See, I have taught you all this. I have taught you each and everything. Now you will tell me this BMO. This is kind of ABMO. I'm taking this ABMO, but I'm giving it a star. Comparatively, it is a ABMO. Now it has been made by both of them are BMOs. Hence, we will not write this ABMO. Okay, just remember the first class of MOT. First class of MOT, that means the previous class. Now you tell me this is orbital. This orbital will have more character. Of which one? 2s or sigma 2pz?
2s.
2s.
Very good. And this will be having more of what? More character
2p.
of 2pz. Hence,
Z.
now these two
2pz.
orbitals are called. Now this one will be called the new sigma 2s will be called sigma 2s, and this will be called sigma 2pz. This will be called sigma 2pz. Now you can see sigma 2pz has gotten up a bit. Sigma 2s has got down a bit. Correct?
Down.
Yes, sir.
Hai na? Okay, fine. Now what
Yes, sir.
I will do? Now you will understand. Now Mariam, who has learned this a bit, now can you चमक रहा है कि नहीं चमक रहा है? थोड़ा थोड़ा. No SP mixing. SP mixing will not take place here. Then how will be the molecular orbital looking? I'm just writing for 2pz. 2p and 2s. First we will make pi. Then pure vanilla. No mixing took place. Now this is sigma 2s. This will be sigma star 2s. This will be sigma 2pz. This will be pi 2px, pi 2py, pi star 2px, pi star 2py. This will be what? Sigma star 2pz. Now SP mixing. With SP mixing, what will happen? Wait a second, I have to just move this thing here and select this thing, move it a bit up. Now everything will be same, but sigma 2pz will move upward. Now
Yes.
sigma 2pz moves upward and it overtakes these two pi orbitals. It overtakes the pi orbitals. So let me just first write our now what will happen to this one? This one here, this will move little bit upward. This one here will move a little bit downward. This sigma 2s1. That is what we have to remember. Now this will be a bit down. This is what this is. Let me write 2s. This is 2p. This is 2s. 2s. This is sigma 2s. Okay. This is sigma star 2s. Now I have to write the PLs. Now then I will write first what will come. Now what happened? Sigma 2pz has moved upward. So first we will meet sigma 2pz. Then the pi orbitals will be downwards. Now above nothing has changed. Above nothing has changed. Above is the same. Above is the same. Now this is pi. 2px, 2py. This is sigma 2p z. This is pi star. This is sigma star 2p z. Now in conclusion, bear with me a few minutes. The MO formed by RMAD formed by 2s and 2p. The MO, the BMO, let me write the BMO formed 2s R sigma 2s and sigma star. Sorry, not sigma star, sigma 2px. Sigma 2px. They are comparable in energy. Comparable in energy and comparable in energy till atomic number 7 due to low Z effective. They also have same symmetry. Hence, they take part in further combination leading to increase in energy of sigma 2pz and decrease in energy of sigma 2s. Now at last, yeah, what you have to copy, I'm just giving you. What you have to copy, I'm just giving you. Now you tell me, this is a child, okay? This one is an adult. This one is an adult. Some briefcase. Now what do you think? His age is 7 years and this one is 8 and above. 8 and above. What do you think? Who will want a pie? Who will want a pie? This A child or B child? Mariam said something, but I cannot hear you,
B
Mariam.
child.
Abir.
Child A.
B child will want. A will want. B child will want. A will want. Okay, so remember this. Kids before 8 want pie. Kids before 8 want pie. Now, delete this. Just remember, kids before 8 want pi. So what I have to write? Electronic configuration for Mariam, please help me.
Yes, sir. What?
Electronic configuration for elements from we did up till where we did till
Boron.
Pe. Then for boron, what is boron? This is the atomic number of boron from 5 to 7. That means boron, carbon, nitrogen. Boron, carbon, nitrogen. What will be the electronic configuration of for elements?
-2.
Not elements, molecules. MO from 5 to 7, boron, carbon, nitrogen. This will be what? For boron, carbon, and nitrogen, it will be sigma 1s greater than sigma star 1s greater than sigma 2s greater than sigma star 2s. Now this will first form what? These will form pi first. Okay, so it is greater than pi 2px, and this is pi 2px is equal to pi 2py.
Why?
Now next we will have sigma 2p z. Now this is greater than pi star 2px. This will be equal to pi star 2p y, and at last what we will have? Sigma 2p z. Now for star, for MO of oxygen and fluorine, O and F, it will be without experiment. This is what? This is with SP mixing. This one will be without mixing. We will have sigma S, then we will have sigma star 1s, then we will have sigma 2s, then we will have sigma star 2s. Now these will not eat pi. This will have sigma 2p z. Then we will have the pi one. Pi 2px will be equal to pi 2py. Now we will write what? This will be pi 2px star be equal to pi star 2py, and then we will have sigma star 2p, sigma star 2p z without
Z.
sp mixing.
So it is Z, right?
Okay. I wrote z now. This is z only now. It
That
looks
is
like x or what?
Yes, sir.
Now okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. And see, if you don't remember anything, please remember this conclusion. If you don't remember the diagram and all, the BMO formed by 2s and 2p are sigma 2s, sigma 2px. They are comparable in energy till atomic number 7 due to low Z effective. They also have same symmetry, hence they will take part in further combination, leading to increase in energy of sigma 2pz and decrease in energy of sigma 2s. That's it. So if sigma 2pz will increase energy, it will overtake the pi, and pi will come first, then we will have sigma 2pz. Now we will do for boron 2. Okay, just one boron 1s2, 2s2, 2p1. We will ignore the S1s. We will just do for 2s and 2p. So first let me write here. This is 2p. This will be another 2p. Okay, we will have 2s here. We will have 2s here. Okay, now you tell me B2, what is the electron? This is how much? This is 5. So sp mixing or no sp mixing? Abir and Ahmed. Mariam, your voice is not audible.
So
SP
it is
mixing or no SP mixing?
SP mixing.
XP mixing. Okay, fine. Also, it is 5, which is less than 8. So it will have pi first. It will have the pi
Pi
first.
first.
Yes. The pi molecular orbital. Don't call it now bond. Call it pi molecular orbitals.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, this is sigma 1s. This is sigma star 1s. This is pi 2p. This is pi 2p. You can write x and y whatever you want. This is sigma 2p. This is pi star 2p. Also pi star 2p. This is sigma star 2p z. Now we have to fill electrons now. 1, 2.
So the lower one should be sigma 2s, right?
Yes, sir. 2s.
This one.
Sigma
Yes,
2.
sir.
Yes. Correct.
Sigma star 2s also.
So 1, 2, and 3. Just because you have in valence anomaly 3 electrons. And now for here also 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay.
How many total electrons? Total electrons is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Abhi, Ahmed,
6.
6. Total electron is equal to 6.
Six.
Now start filling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, what do you think? Boron has only pi bond.
Sir, how
D.
did we get 6 electrons?
Sorry.
How did we get 6 electrons?
In valence shell, we have just ignored the 1s2, na?
Yeah.
So for both the borons, in the molecule Be2, we have both the electrons from both the atoms. Na? That is why 6. You got it now?
Yes, got it.
Okay. Now, so you tell me if I write B bond B. Now you tell me what is this bond? Pi or sigma?
Pi bond.
Pi bond.
Pi bond. Okay. So this is the beauty of molecular orbital theory, and it is explained only by molecular orbital theory. If we would have gone to the valence bond theory, it would have said what? It would have said this is sigma bond.
Sigma bond.